Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today is going to be the first of probably not a lot of Road to Rank 1 series for the month of August 2023. So, as you can currently see, um, as you can see, I'm currently rank 7 already. Uh, I've mentioned it before, but I'm currently in Spain visiting my girlfriend for the month of August, so I don't have a ton of opportunities to play. And I'm also just trying to make the most out of my time here. So I haven't been playing a lot. I really only started playing the last couple days here and there. I only have 130 games so far this season, all of which have been on Jaguar. So like 2 minute games. Um, but a very high win rate, 82% win rate. So here we are at 2737. First place is 2903. And this season, I'm not going to have a ton of opportunity to play, so I'm fine just getting top six. I missed out on top six last month by essentially a hair. Um, if you see sixth place is 2950, I actually was 2950, but losing tiebreakers and then lost the next game. Um, Also earlier in the month I was like 2959, and if I had stopped there, I would have been top six. But yeah, last month was crazy. This month I just want to get top six. And yeah, here we are, just out of top six now, but with most likely a lot of points to climb. So I'll roll the intro and jump into the games.
What a performance there by J King.
J King, full plot armor.
J King is pushing himself into the ranks of the legend.
J King is our world champion! J King 7! What? The back-to-back Cards world champion!
All right. Game one here we have against Germany going first. They kept 2 cards. So I choose very strong against Germany. Um, Cavalry going first, obviously easy pick. I really like Type 93 against Germany just because if it's anything other than discard, um, it's gonna be Heinz or Pincer, and those have a lot of 3 health units. So being able to get cavalries up to 3 for on turn 2, turn 3, very important. And I'm considering just keeping a second cavalry with root out rotated. Sorry. Um, Germany just lacks board clears, so if you can put a ton of pressure on the board early, especially going first, you can often just like roll over German-Japan discard in a way you can't really roll over Japan-German discard. If this is careless, I think I'd rather lose the Type 93. But yeah, this is I've been on Jaguar the entire season other than recording the playing Cards ladder blindfolded. If you haven't seen that video, absolutely I would recommend checking it out. It's a ton of fun. Sudden Strike. That's fine. I think I will drop the expansion just because it could find us more. Well, more of that. There's the worry that he has under fire. I've seen a very small number of German Japans run under fire. Very small number of German Japans run Tora Tora. The most traditional and common lists run basically no board clears outside of Maelstrom. And if that is true, his best option is probably like Heinkel, kill Yokosuka. Maybe sack a cavalry. Yep, Heinkel, kill Yokosuka. And now we can get Martyr down. Ooh, Dina's very tempting though, actually. I think I'd rather go for Dina, because if I get to another Type 93, the amount of pressure I can put out is a lot. So here we're just going to drop him to 7. I'm perfectly fine if they play island defense, because, I have 10 damage on board. So if they spend their entire turn healing, it's essentially like we just skip back on to 4th a turn. There it is. So this is definitely happening. This is definitely happening. This is definitely happening. I think my best option is to do this. Um, just because in case they like find a Tora off of something like off of Spoils of War, I don't want to get blown out too hard by just overcommitting. Well, that was the fastest pick of their life, but there's nothing in Germany for 1 credit that will keep them alive, and that is going to be a very fast win. Level 322, 20 gold. Hopefully those game sounds aren't too loud. And there we are, top 6. 2743. My peak elo this season is actually 2746. I got that like 15 minutes ago. Then got a minus 19 in a Jaguar mirror. That was an incredibly fast game. Or not game, queue. Britain. Man, if it was anything other than Britain, I'd like consider keeping this hand. If this was Japan, I'd keep this hand. The problem with Britain is supply shortage is basically run in every single British deck now. The good thing about Britain, though, is they rarely have a way to kill a turn 1 cavalry. Which means you don't have to worry about, like, keeping it back and to try to expansion on turn 2. Like, blitz it up and then expansion turn 2. Any nonsense like that. Type 93 is a really good draw because turn 2 honey is very common from Britain. He's thinking, which is good. He also didn't play Observer Core or Pioneer turn 1. Well, that's certainly a card. Hmm. So this is definitely happening. The question is supply shortage. I think we play around supply shortage. Holding on to the surprise attacks is good just because if he's playing 5th Brigade, he's probably running bigger stuff. Might even be a Spitfire deck. I know a lot of Spitfires run 5th Brigade to protect, like, RAF Ground Crews. The fact that he's playing a weird card like this makes me consider not playing around supply shortage. Alrighty. That's actually really annoying. Okay, well, if he has supply shortage, we have a 50-50 to kill Coldstream anyways. Wonder if he'll naval or play the naval power on the 35T. Tora. Well, I was correct to play around board clears. I suppose I missed which one I should be playing around. Okay, I'm just gonna pass. At this point, we need to draw off of Miter. We need to get some good top decks. And we have double surprise attacks that like anything he plays, we can remove pretty easily. Okay. So we've learned one bit of valuable information, which is they're bad. Because sometimes you see somebody playing like a questionable deck, but they're actually like good at the game. Well, that's actually really annoying. This is only ground units, right? Yeah, where's my signal regiment when I need it? Okay, I'll start with Dina. Okay, let's just take the unit draw. Aichi's decent. Um, Oxford also fits their deck really well if they're going to continue to play 5th Brigades and Coldstream Guards. The good thing is if they just like slam something big like Grenadier Guards, we just immediately destroy it. Oh, that's annoying. Well, if he hits the Martyr... Hmm. That's actually a very good draw, because that gives us the credits to kill Oxford. We also got a little bit of an attack buff on that, which I'm sure is going to be super relevant. Okay, if they do run Torres instead of supply shortages, that's really good for us with double Aichi in hand now. Since Aichi just gets absolutely farmed silly by supply shortage. Okay, sincerely yours. The healing's a little annoying, but what? Okay. It's draws looking like it's not going to be much of an issue anymore. Still don't want to like overcommit too hard. Um, let's get up a bicycle regiment. So I want to be able to recover from a Tora. I also kind of want him, if he has Toras, to play it. Gurkha rifles. Okay, make a 5-4. London Brigade. Ooh, where's Raiding Brigade when you want it? It's pretty good. Um, am I playing Signal this turn? Probably. I'm like so worried that the second I drop these surprise attacks, he's just gonna slam my Grenadier Guards. I want to get the face damage in. Maybe I could have played another Aichi, like, surely if he has supply shortage, he plays it last turn. Yeah, there's the Grenadier Guards. Let's see. Oh, yes, the surprise attack. Oh, that's fair enough. Um, that's a very good draw. Okay, I think we can pretty confidently say he does not have the supply shortage in his hand anymore. Come on. Alright, well, we can kill the Gren Guards. If we do it with Sendai, he gets the Black Watch back, which is amazing. Gonna do it like this. That's a very good draw. This way we get a bit of the burn damage in with the signal now. Ah, Island defense. I was kind of hoping he wasn't going to run that, based on the fact that he's just running a very bizarre deck. Now I really regret trading off the... Maybe I just shouldn't have attacked? That seems very vulnerable to airdrop. Okay, well, I certainly was not expecting that. Can take out the Black Watch. Draw cards. And, okay, like, absolutely does not have a board clear in hand, so we're going to take a little bit of risks on him top decking a board clear. Maybe it's a bit of an unnecessary risk, but if he's... I feel like he could easily have, like, 2 island defenses in hand. Or just, you know, another 20 health worth of guards. Okay, the fact that he's looking at Aichi tells me he top decked Carpet Bomb. There's the top decked Carpet Bomb. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we're very close to lethal here. Actually is lethal if he doesn't have a countermeasure that blocks. I will get this guy to the front line just in case. Yeah, if he doesn't have like the countermeasure that blocks targeted orders, he does not. It's going to be a win, which is good because I imagine we're getting like +3 for that. Realistically, probably like +4. And we will see what that is in a second. +5. Big money. All right. Well, I'll catch you in the next game. Alrighty, our next opponent is Iron Bill. Kept 2 cards, Germany. I don't think we can guarantee the front line to keep it expansion. And I don't think I have a good enough hand to keep key, especially against Germany because of Sky Barons. So it is aggro. I'm gonna find out what type of aggro it is. I'd much rather it be German Japan Heinz, German US Heinz than German Britain combined arms. Okay, that play strikes me as bizarre. Just based on the speed at which he made that play, I should say. Tells me it's probably not combined arms, or if it is combined arms, he has a really terrible hand. That is a depressing fast Heinz. You trade? Oh, you have the honor. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. um, what I don't love about this play is the fact that my hand has 4 cards that require the front line. A card that does functionally absolutely nothing. And a surprise attack. However, just there's a lot of blitz. Well, that works. Key shall return when you need it most. Okay, he's playing a card very fast, which is a bit worrying. That's not good. And now he has the front line. Probably. Pass? Why would you ever pass there? I think realistically I need to get as many units onto the board as possible to try to fight back. Hope he has a bit of a slow hand. These 20 seconds can't touch the board without control of the front line, without him having the opportunity to farm it, so that's why I played it even though he could theoretically. Really? Okay. Um, I would love to actually pin the key to force that trade. Because the egg bomb is not useful for Heinz at all. Um, I could even double surprise attack this. Get key back, and I could even go for a naval supply run here. Like, surely he doesn't have double Sendai. Which means this has to trade, like, best case for him, he has Type 93 trade. Worst case, he has to double trade. Or just, takes the trade here with the Jaguar, leaves key on board, and prays I don't have bombing raid or Shenano, which seems to be what he's going for. Okay, we lose an expansion, which is fine because we still haven't drawn a Blitz Japanese unit. Hey, and there we go. Alright, so he does get the 2-for-1 on the Egg Bomber, which is not great, however. We were able to get some of the draw going in our deck. Our hand is still complete nonsense. However, with both honorable deaths gone, I don't think there's actually a way for him to not to stop me from drawing at least one, and since Yeg kind of has to hit key, it means he has to trade a 38T into it. Like, it's sort of forcing him to spend a certain amount of credits this turn minimum. That's... Okay, well that's one way to stop the draw. It's quite annoying. What's the most cards we could draw this turn? 2? And that's a very bad turn. I think we have to go for that anyways. The alternative is 22nd naval supply run, I suppose. So I guess in an awful play. Um, of course, the worry is just dying immediately to a blitzkrieg. Although, at this point, with how this game is going, I think we have to play to win rather than play to not lose. Like, I am dead to Panzer Raid Blitzkrieg in this situation. Panzer B Blitzkrieg also works for him. Really, you're just gonna sink your credits into getting some Panzer Bs going. Okay, I mean, generating value while you have massive card advantage seems a bit bizarre to me. I mean, it's good into this board since all these guys have 2 health. Please don't discard Enigma. Oh my... Come on! Nothing can go right this game. Like, drawing 5 here would have been exactly what I needed. Instead, there's literally nothing I can do. Like, I can't stop the fancy 1B train. I mean, they don't do anything at the moment. Which is good. Um, okay. That 1 in 3 discard just lost us the game. But, like, you never know. I could draw, like, a martyr. He could somehow troll. He could lose internet connection. Does this guy just not run Blitzkrieg? Like, I feel like it is hard for me to imagine this guy hasn't missed lethal. Okay, actually, a bombing right here would be big. It's not a bombing right. Um, so obviously I need to hit the audacity. Or sorry, I need to hit the Panzer F with the audacity. Um, I guess that means I'd trade like this first, just to give me the highest chance. And we get the hit, which means this game gets prolonged slightly longer, and so does my suffering. Second Panzer H. Just pick the Blitzkrieg and win the game, please. Man, this game would have been going so much better with that Enigma. Like, can you imagine this, but I have 5 cards in hand? There's always the possibility that we just get like a kind of a nutty shenana, especially if he goes for the greed trade. Nobody's told this guy that shenana exists as a card yet, so we have a chance. Dragon Slayer, why not? All right, here we go. Clear the front line, please. That managed to do absolutely nothing. Like, impressively so. If it cleared the front line, we can push up and draw 2, and that's probably our best bet to win. If it dealt the dragons 2 to the Dragon Slayer, we can trade into it. Instead, it dealt 2 face. Um, Realistically, I think I need to draw second Martyr. Only shot. Like, I need Martyr trade, draws a Blitz unit. Wow, this guy's... Did this guy attack first? Yeah, he did. Um, yeah, bombing raid. Actually, lets me draw. I can find like a Sendai or a Type 94. Like, we're still gonna lose. Don't get me wrong. Like, we're managing to find like the bare minimum to stay alive on board. Please just finish it. That's lethal. Okay. There's the Blitzkrieg. There's like a 0% chance that this guy didn't miss lethal earlier in this game. Yeah. uh, Despite all of that guy's efforts, we did lose that game for a minus 18. The minus 18 part does not shock me. But let's try to get into another game and get better RNG than that. All right, so we have a German player. Um, I'm tempted to keep key because we are going first, which means my hand's going to be inherently weaker. Um, he kept a lot of cards, which makes me think it's aggro. Okay, hopefully this doesn't get dive bombing. Pass. Okay, so we got the draw off. Um, we'll take the damage because we have a key to push up next turn. That's gonna make, even like if he sudden strikes the bicycle, it's gonna make um some of his decisions awkward. We also always have the possibility of doing expansion, look for a 35T. Um, I'm currently favoring Akita because it's most likely German Japan discard with Aichis. Yep. Alrighty. So yeah, let's just put him down to 6. Um, He realistically has to trade here into the 35T floated credit. And he's just going to surround it. We don't even have lethal on board, but yeah, we top deck lethal, so it's fine. And a very, very fast rebound after the last game. That makes me feel good. A solid 7 points for that. Let's get to the next game. All right, we have a Japan. We're just going to full mulligan this. Against Japan, you just sort of have to assume it's Jaguar, unless you know otherwise. And this hand is awful against Jaguar. This hand is only marginally better. We're going to play out the Type 93 just because if we can trade out his first one drop, then it's kind of fine. It's basically just buying us time. Well, that's unfortunate. That's basically worst case scenario. It's a very good draw though. That does confirm that this is a Jaguar mirror, and if our opponent started with turn 1 signal, and our hand is absolute garbage. It's not looking good. Okay, well, it's turning around. This has worked out quite well for us. This is going to give us a draw, and it's going to make his next turn kind of awkward. Unless he just has Shenano and rips it. Oh, please. Don't hit the, that's fine. We're just going to take the bombing raid, remove the Aichi, protect the martyr, a damage signal for a Shenano in the future. If he plays Key or Dragon Slayer, we have the credits to kill it with Type 94. All I would really like now is a Blitz unit, just in case he, bombing raids my face. Hand is pretty mediocre. That was certainly not one of the things I was expecting. Um, hmm. Now the question is, what do I want to do this turn? Um, I'm leaning towards trading that out. Although, actually, I suppose I can't. Now. I think doing this is fine. We get the one draw off the 22nd. Yes, he's able to, blitz something up and kill Miter, however. If he gets Miter out of, like, a bombing raid positioning, and if he does blitz something up, I draw a card. He drops Hayabusa down to 1 health, and then I can flood the board Shenano. Also, it's going to leave him with only a couple of credits left, which makes it more likely he floods the board with the cheap stuff. Now, in the Jaguar mirror, getting your opponent's health total. Oh, elephant. Well, that's getting pretty scary. Here, what if I go for the Shenano this turn. I should have swapped these guys' positions. That's what, a 10 damage Shenano? Alright then. Shenano did not want to touch the elephant. Okay, he's dropped a 4. We don't have any more burn in hand. We have Blitz. There's no way he's able to kill me with destruction effects remotely fast enough. Like, he has to trade there to not die on board. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So, yeah. Pretty solid win. Coming back from a uncomfortable start. And +5. Let's get on to the next game. Alright, we have a German player. We are once again starting second. Okay. That's fine. We have the cavalry type 93, so I might even... I don't want to give him a target. If he pushes this up, we can just remove it. Audacity is a really good card to have against Heinz, since it's basically just a free kill on a unit. And then you get a unit that they can't remove. That's not great. Can take the opportunity to draw 2. Could be the last opportunity to do that. However, that does sacrifice the easy ability to remove Fancer. I think probably the cards we get on average, just getting 2 cards deeper into our deck, makes up for the fact that we can't deal 3 to the front line anymore. Well, from hand, we actually can do that now. If he doesn't take the front line, which he isn't, we also have the Raiding Brigade. I'm a fan of this play, since it does just slow him down. Plus, with Raiding Brigade, it's more easily used to like take out a... Well, that's certainly not something I expected to see him do. That means we get an Audacity to kill a free target. Hopefully it doesn't hit the plane. Okay. Second best outcome. Middle of the road outcome. I would still like a little bit more blitz in our hand. Just because we don't know how reactive we're going to need to be. Okay, well, I almost missed the very obvious play here because I was too busy focusing on that beautiful, beautiful Radiant Brigade value. Uh, this way we protect the IG unless he has 35T. And the reason I didn't push 35T to the front line is I'm still almost certainly going to be Radiant Brigading the 101st, especially because he's still leaving this 35 or Type 93 up. Okay, that's a little annoying. Okay, clear up the front line. He doesn't have a ton of cards left in hand. And we still have the pin, so as long as it's not like Enigma, it's probably fine. Oh, that's a very good draw. Well, this sets up lethal on board, and knowing how Combined Arms is typically built, it's hard to imagine a way he comes back with that. Maybe like a Panzer A Heinkel, or an Panzer A Heresy or Heinkel Heresy. Just for the record, if I lose to entrapment, I'm going to be upset. Alright. Good win over Combined Arms. You love to see it. And that might be enough to get us back to our peak, 2748. 2749. Okay. So let's try to end the video in top 6, so let's get on to the next game. Alrighty. Well, our next opponent is the man, the myth, the legend, Baron von Glower. On Soviets, kept a lot of cards. I'm assuming this is self-damage then. And we're not going to play this on 1. I'm trying to think of like what else Baron might feasibly play. Like, I'm assuming he's on self-damage because he's tilted at losing to Jaguar. If he plays 456th, you can Audacity. If he sickles, he can't play 456th while sickling. He's just going to float. It makes me think it might be Winter Warfare, so I'm not going to commit the Yokosuka. It's also entirely possible he's not self-damage, but I'm not willing to take that risk yet. Well, this seems a bit too good to say no to. So we'll take the free kill on the 456th. Yes, he can theoretically red dawn it. He's only procced self-damage once, so... Dragon Slayer. It's kind of annoying. Am I fine if he makes that trade? Do I want to draw cards? I might guard it. I think I push up and hold on to the surprise attack. I have a decent amount of card draw, so the odds I find a second type 94 is pretty high this match, and the ability to destroy a unit is very, very important. I'm hoping he just takes the trade. Or I'd be fine actually if he goes face and lets me trade out myself. This is not great. I'm assuming he's cycling the one on the front line. Okay. It's kind of hard to say no to a raiding brigade like that. Question is, do I want to trade out or not? Like, I feel like this is way more threatening for him than it is for me, right? Like, I feel like he has to trade in this situation, is sort of my point. Like, he's down 2 guard units. He can't... I mean, I guess he could, like, double Red Dawn Island defense. But then you just get traded out on board, so... Who does double Red Dawn Island defense and, like, also slams 3 34th guards in the process? I suppose that'd be pretty good for him. Okay, so he does take the trade, so we did win out on going face there. Winter Warfare drops to 10. One off lethal here. And Baron's just going to surrender. I'm sort of forcing 3 overdraws out of him, and presumably his hand is kind of weak. Might not have healing or something. So that's going to be quite a valuable win. And let's get on to the next game with 2 points off sixth and 3 points off fifth. All right, so last game of the video, it's going to be another Germany, and we are going second again. I mean, Signal Regiment doesn't do a lot. It's a safe play against Heinz, like against like a Panzer A. I mean, it's going to be a turn one pass though. I'd also like to take this moment to shout out lol DHH Juck from my Discord. Um, he'll understand. So he's passes. I actually think I'd rather sacrifice the Signal Regiment if it's a countermeasure here, because Careless Talker stays alive. And from the deep, probably get more value out of having the units in the front line. Plan West. Alright. Spicy. Just gonna double trade out. German Poland means they have absolutely no healing. Well, actually, they might have the 3 cost to work, but that does come out of Polish slots. Also means they don't have a lot of board clears outside of Uprising, which obviously is a bit of an issue, but okay. They're running the discard package because, of course, they are. Everybody get in their final use of Case Yellow. If, in case you somehow missed it, Case Yellow is being nerfed into the dirt oblivion. Today is probably the last day I will ever see Case Yellow again. Yeah, if you want to see a full list of all of the changes, I made a video on that. Floats 3. Here, let me attack, push. Okay, I was like, for some reason, very convinced it was going to be envelop. And actually, maybe I shouldn't have played the cavalry, because this is probably the uprising turn. Although if he plays uprising, he drops to 6, and I get a Aichi. Tar now summoned a guard. I think he's just dead. Like, pretty sure he's just straight up dead. Oh, he's very dead now. Yeah, it does not matter. I think we could even kill the Tarnat while we're at it. Good game. That is going to be the last game of the video. A long one just because I'm not going to be able to upload a lot of these. 2762. We are launched into 5th place, just 8 points behind Artemisia, and then almost 100 points off second, third, and about 150 off of first. So, I'll probably try to play until around 2950, since, you know, that's what last season looked like. And people have been stuck at around low 2700s, but it's only the 23rd at the point of recording, so there's over a week left in season. But we'll have to see. Expect another Road to Rank 1. At least one more. I'll probably record on the last day of season, second last day of season, since I'll be back in Canada. But other than that, thank you very much for watching if you made it all the way through this video. And consider subscribing if you like seeing this type of content, especially long form gameplay. And consider joining my Discord if you want to join the conversation. I will catch you in the next one. Thank you very much.